Hello students and welcome to another lesson. This side where I'm recording this audio from, it is morning, so good morning. If you will watch it at night, good night. If you will be watching it during the day, good day. I hope you are doing well. I hope my lessons have been helping you in understanding the language English and the subject English better. So today we are learning about stress, and not mental stress but English stress. Stress is giving more emphasis to certain syllables in a word and to certain words in a sentence. That is what we call stress. So stress, excuse me, is in two levels. We have word stress and we have sentence stress. So we can start with word stress. Word stress is giving more emphasis to a certain syllable in a word. And in my previous video, I have talked about nouns, I've talked about verbs, I've talked about adjectives, I've talked about prepositions. So word stress more talks about stress in nouns, stress in adjectives, stress in verbs, and stress in prepositions. So there are certain rules that you should apply when stressing a word. And the first one is in nouns and adjectives, if it is a two-syllable word, you will stress the first syllable. For example, a word like product. Product is a noun. So you shall stress the first syllable, which is pro. Pro. So if you have been given a question on stress and you have been asked which syllable will you stress in the following words. You're given a word and in bracket it is written a noun. You will stress the first syllable if it is a two-syllabled word. And you stress by underlining. Mark that. You stress by underlining the word, the syllable that you'll put more emphasis on. For example, product, you'll emphasize on pro. Produce, you'll emphasize on pro. Project, you'll emphasize on pro, the first syllable, and you do that by underlining. The other stress is on verbs and preposition with two syllables. In verbs and preposition with two syllables, we emphasize on the second syllable. We emphasize on the second syllable. For example, project, your voice, project. So you shall underline ject because it's the second syllable. You'll emphasize on the second syllable. Another word is like produce. Produce. So you shall stress deuce. And I have said you stress by underlining. That is rule number 2. Rule number 3, words with 3 syllables. For example, those ending with suffix er or suffix ly, you emphasize you emphasize on the first syllable. First syllable, er or ly with 3 syllables. Stress the first for those ending in consonant y as suffix y. Okay? And number 3, stress the last syllable if the word ends in suffix e, employee, suffix ese, suffix eer, suffix ique, suffix ette, etiquette. Okay, So those words that end with those suffix and they are 3-syllable word, then stress the last syllable. For example, the word library, 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 we stress what? Bra, bra, the second syllable. The second syllable. Are we together? So with that, I can give you an exercise. Write the following nouns and then say which part you will stress. In nouns, write the word record, abuse, and contest. Then repeat the same words as verb and then indicate where you will stress by underlining those 3 words. So we can give an example in a sentence and see where we should stress if the same words are used as verbs and at the same time they are used as nouns. For example, he was requested to project his voice as he presented his project. He was requested to project his voice as he presented his project. So underline the stressed syllable in the first project and in the second project and make sure they are marked. So we can move to sentence stress. So sentence stress is accent on certain words within a sentence. So you stress some words in a sentence and we stress the content words. We stress the content words in a sentence. For example, we shall go through one sentence and I show you how we stress content words. You can have this example in your book. John wrote Mary a letter. You can be given such a sentence and certain words in that sentence are underlined and you're told to explain. For example, John has been underlined and the word Mary has been underlined. How do you explain such questions in sentence stress? You're supposed to say that it is John and no one else who wrote the letter. John and no one else. If it is the word wrote which has been underlined, you'll talk about John only wrote and nothing else. Not reading, not rehearsing, but only wrote. If it is Mary who has been underlined, you'll say that the letter, John wrote the letter to Mary and no one else. Mary and no one else. A letter. You'll talk about nothing else that John wrote. There is nothing else that John wrote but a letter. Not a poem, not a song, but a letter. Nothing else. So those, we call them what? Indefinite pronouns are the ones that are used. No one else, nothing else. Those are the words that you should use. So that is what we call sentence stress, where you're given certain words and you're told to stress. So in that, you can write this sentence and try to stress every word in that sentence and explain it. For example, my teacher teaches me English every day. My teacher teaches me English every day. So underline every word in that sentence. Every word in that sentence. And then when you underline it, it means you shall have how many sentences? My teacher, that is one. Teaches, that's another one. Me, English, every day. So you shall have 5 different sentences underlining 5 different words and explaining what happens. My teacher. It is my teacher and no one else teacher but my teacher. I've given you the first one. So continue and make sure it is marked. I hope you have understood what we mean by stress. And as I've said, we have word stress level and we have sentence stress level. And in word stress, we have said that we stress the first syllable in nouns and adjectives in two-syllabled word, and we stress the second syllable in verbs and preposition. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Have a good time and have a good day, because I've told you I've recorded this in the morning. Have a good day. Take your time and do studies, and I believe you shall improve in your English subject performance. Thank you.